that William Ruto snookered Raila Odinga, and so Raila was himself very unhappy. He was actually telling him, calling him from or sending emissaries to tell him not to announce the cabinet his other half before he came back. But that is all now water under the bridge.
Yes, the hypocrisy of ODM and RAILA Odinga is continuing to be revealed. This comes after KALONZO Musyoka coming out to say that indeed William Ruto and RAILA Odinga were having a deal. And a deal was such that RAILA Odinga would nominate people in cabinet. But at the turn of event, I think Ruto never wanted RAILA Odinga to nominate people in cabinet of his choice. So Ruto nominated the people from ODM without Raila's consent. And to me, I think that was a political skill. Because if Raila had nominated people of his choice in cabinet, he would have control over them. And I think William Ruto was so quick to appoint people from the ODM, but without Raila's input, although there was a deal going on. This was revealed by KALONZO Musyoka as he was speaking. And in fact, he came out to say that he told Raila that he has been played. This says a lot on why ODM later came out to backtrack to say that they knew about the deal, but they didn't give it a blessing. That's why they are not coming out harsh on these members. So in this episode, I've come to talk about why KALONZO Musyoka is becoming so harsh on Raila. And I think his harshness is justified. What it means for Kenyan politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of Kenya. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So, KALONZO Musyoka has come out to spill the beans. He came out to say that Raila has been played, has been snookered, okay, which means he has been beaten or something by Ruto. Keep on telling people that one of the biggest political geniuses ever since Kenya got independence is William Ruto, because he has a combination of Moi, who led Kenya for more than 20 years, and a combination of Kibaki somehow, and a combination of Raila Odinga because he was under him. Okay, even during Uhuru's presidency, you can see that the way Ruto handled the situation, to an extent of beating the incumbent and the biggest opposition leader, it cannot be taken for granted. So, KALONZO Musyoka came out to say and reveal that indeed there was some deal between Raila Odinga and Ruto. And I think the Azimio wanted the nominations to be done across the Azimio. Some from Wiper, some from the ODM. And since William Ruto is smart, he decided to pick 4 from the ODM so that the other principals can get annoyed. Because indeed, if this nomination were going to be shared across Azimio, I know Wiper would get maybe KALONZO Musyoka would be a CS, then ODM maybe one person, then Martha Karua also at a certain position, maybe even Jeremiah Kioni. So William Ruto was so skillful that he came out to pick 4 from the ODM so that other principals within the Azimio can get annoyed. And he achieved this. That's why they are all walking away from Raila. Okay? Before I speak on this more, let me first give you the tape as KALONZO Musyoka was speaking on this. Here is the tape.
Well, the Honorable Raila took the opportunity to brief the summit because we have not met for quite a while since the happenings around the Kenya Kwanza administration, and they are having poached members of our coalition without consultation. Actually, what has come out clearly was from that briefing was these members, the 4 of them at the time, were very keen to join Ruto's administration. without even a properly negotiated coalition agreement, because there cannot be. Even if for a moment you are to assume amechukua watu wa ODM, but ODM plus Kenya Kwanza is not national unity. That William Ruto snookered Raila Odinga and so Raila was himself very unhappy. He was actually telling him, calling him from or sending emissaries to tell him not to announce the cabinet his other half before he came back. But that is all now water under the bridge.
That is Kalonzo Musyoka. You clearly see the skills William Ruto exposed during this when he was picking the 4 ODM nominee. He did that with a lot of skills. That's why the Azimio is degenerating. Okay? And to an extent that Raila Odinga was calling Ruto not to announce cabinet, it means that there were some differences. Because I know Kalonzo Musyoka cannot just come out and lie like that because he's a senior counsel. He came out to say Raila has been duped and played. In fact, he used the word snookered. It shows how Kalonzo Musyoka is annoyed and using such words against Raila, because a while ago, Kalonzo Musyoka wouldn't use such words. In fact, even Raila Odinga was so comfortable to demean Kalonzo. He's the same person who used to call him watermelon. So Kalonzo has indicated that he may not work with Raila in the near future of an election because he has been betrayed. And I agree with him. In fact, if I'm Kalonzo, I rather run in 2022 or look for another person like Gachagua to make him leave government, which I think is impossible, so that I can be his deputy, so that you can negotiate as a person. Okay? You just put yourself in Kalonzo's shoes, who was with Wetangula and Mudavadi in the same coalition. You remember before the 2022 general election, they were moving together. And your two peers, one is a Speaker of Parliament. Remember also Kalonzo wanted to be the Speaker of the Senate. One is a Speaker of Parliament. Another one is a Prime Cabinet Secretary. Raila Odinga is going to the AU. They have appointed 4 cabinet slots and you've been left behind. Tell me how you would feel. So Kalonzo Musyoka is justified to get annoyed because he has always been played with like a young kid. Okay, so it is time for him to come out hard on Raila Odinga. But it also shows that these ODM members coming out to say that there was no deal between Kenya Kwanza or Ruto and Raila Odinga. They don't know what they are saying. They are just playing politics. They want to be in government and they want to be in the opposition. Because if it was a proper deal, I don't think that all those nominations would go to the ODM. In this thing, Ruto is gaining because he has now buttressed his 2027 support. If he remains with Gachagua, he has buttressed it. Okay? So Kalonzo Musyoka is right to come out hard on that. In fact, Kalonzo Musyoka should not be in the same coalition with Raila Odinga ever from now, basing on what he has passed through. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you in another one. Peace.